What's good? What's up, everybody? I want to welcome you to the Press Box, your total sports platform. I'm your host, Cee Will. Today, we have a great show planned for you again. We're going to give you the keys for the Hogs to get a victory over LSU on Saturday night. So make sure you guys stay tuned because you don't want to miss this episode. This goes out to my real Hog fans. Okay, but before we dive in to the meat of this episode, I want to make sure you guys go ahead and like this video. Go ahead and feel free to like, comment, add how you feel. This is an open platform, so I encourage you guys to interact and make sure you subscribe to the press box here on YouTube. Okay, so big game for the Hogs Saturday under the lights at 6 o'clock p.m. in one of the toughest venues in the nation in college football against the LSU Tigers, who's coming in rolling off of a big win against Mississippi State last Saturday by a score of 41-10. And they will be playing Arkansas Razorbacks this week. The Hogs coming in off a tough emotional loss on Saturday night against the BYU Tigers. This is the opener for conference play for the Hogs. It's their first conference game. Uh, they've so far taken on Western Carolina. They've taken on Kent State, which they won both of those games. And they, again, lost to BYU, who's in the Big 12. So it's going to get tougher this week. But history tells us that the Razorbacks have had success, playing a competitive game against these LSU Tigers. The last time that Sam Pittman and his Razorbacks were in Baton Rouge, they were able to get a victory by a score of 16-10, 16-13. I'm sorry. And last year LSU came to Fayetteville on a very, very, very cold and icy day and won a slugfest 13-10. So this game, you know, definitely it's a big game for both teams, and we'll go ahead and start with the first key. The first thing that the Arkansas Razorbacks have to do is they have to handle the crowd noise. The crowd noise can't defeat you. Make LSU as a team beat you. So in other words, the crowd noise don't need to make us make unforced mistakes like false starts and offsides and those type of things. The quarterback needs to be able to get his play in. He needs to be able to communicate. So it would be a great idea if the Hogs maybe went to a silent count to where he's not actually giving the signal by sound, but doing it with his hands. It's going to take a lot of reps with working on it. And Coach Pippen said that they have been working on that in practice this week. So handling the crowd noise is definitely it's going to be important, because if they can't do that, this is going to be a blowout. And this is the Hogs' first true road game. So sometimes in those situations, teams don't be prepared for it because they haven't been in that environment. I remember when we played Georgia 2 years ago, the year that we won 9 wins, only lost 4. Well, we was a good team that year, but we got, I think we, what was it, 36-0 or something, 36 to, yeah, I don't believe we scored. But it was bad because we was making those type of first game mistakes that I saw last week at home. We made those mistakes. So it's tough not to imagine that we wouldn't do it again, but we'll wait and see. And of course, the second key would be not only to handle the crowd noise, but to take the crowd out. So that means keep them quiet, keep them sitting. And how do you do that? By staying on the field, being able to get first downs. You don't have to get big plays in order to give yourself a chance to win. You just got to keep their offense off of the field so you can wear down the LSU's defense. And, when the defense on the field, you know, you can keep the crowd quiet. And if we were able to get first downs, which last week we only went 2 for 13, 2 out of 13 at home on third downs. So again, I can't say that I feel good, but that's what we have to do. I'm just, given the, like, what are the keys? Like, what do we need to do? Can we do it? We'll see. The third key is that we have to help our offensive line out. We know that our offensive line is not where it was in years past. And I think that we have to stop expecting for them to get there. We have what we have now. That's what we got. So we have to make the best out of what we have. So what I mean by helping the offensive line out, well, I mean, obviously we haven't been able to run our full playbook because they have issues blocking people consistently. So why not kind of scale the playbook down and run the plays that is gonna like help run the plays that has less risk, unless you have to take risks. And I'm not saying be conservative either, but you have to be conservative to a certain extent, because if you're trying to go for big plays and you're calling plays that take 5 to 10 seconds to develop, our offensive line is not blocking good enough to be able to uh, to call those plays. And I think that's what happened last week, because we were behind and we had to call out a lot of pass plays to come back, and we were constantly getting sacked or getting flushed out the pocket because we became predictable. So definitely, I would suggest, since the running game is not as dominant, um, stop trying to be predictable and just run the ball on first down. We know that first down is a running down, and typically, if you have a good running game, you will run the ball on first down and get 3 to 4 to 5 yards. Really, 4 to 5 yards is what you would average if you have a dominant running game. Well, if you do that 3 times, that's a first down. A lot of times we're not averaging 4 yards a carry. So if we run the ball 3 times and get 3 yards every carry, now it's 4th and 1. And we saw how we are on fourth down. We're just not good. We don't even believe that we can get it by the plays that we call. So helping the offensive line out with quick passes, screens. Look, if the defense is in man coverage, look for slots, look for outs, look out passes, look for quick hitches. KJ needs to get the ball out quick. Seems to be holding the ball, trying to read. We have to make it easy for him and the offensive line. So we hope that Dan Enos kind of scaled down the playbook, especially knowing that we're going in a tough environment against a very good defense. Keep the down and distance manageable. So with a struggling offensive line, the last thing that you want is to be in a third and long situation. You don't want to be 3rd and 11, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7. You don't want those type of distances to have to get, because you're gonna have to call something that takes time. And just like we know that our line sucks, the other team knows it too. The other defensive coordinator knows that too. So in those third and long situations, they're gonna just tee off on KJ Jefferson because they know that we can't protect. So that's what I say. Keep the down and distance manageable. How do you do that? Me personally, I would look to throw on first down. Why? Because at least in the beginning, you'll keep the defense honest, and you'll catch them off guard, because typically the Razorbacks are known to run the ball. So, but you're not able to be who you want to be. So do you keep trying to be who you want to be and let it not work and become extra predictable? Or do you do something different? Maybe, look for your tight ends and your receivers on just little outs and screens on first down. Get you 3, 4 yards, get you 4 or 5 yards on first down. Make it 2nd and 6, make it 2nd and 5. Then you come with a run. If you get 3 yards there, it's 3rd and 2. So now you can call whatever you want to. They can't just say, well, they're going to pass. Well, 3rd and 2, you might run. And they can't say that you're going to run because you can throw the ball as well. So we have to be in those manageable positions on third down. And you do that by calling good plays and being unpredictable on first down. Because first down is like the down that, to me, if you're going to be good on third down, you have to be good on first down, because it's hard to get the yardage every possession on second and third. For the defense, the keys to victory is to win on first down. We have to not allow any yardage or not much yardage for LSU on first down, because we're going to keep that great quarterback that they have in Jaden Daniels in unpredictable situations where they can run and pass. The same thing I was saying about us. The defense have to make sure that we try to make Jaden Daniels predictable. We have to make him one dimensional, because I actually like the matchup of our cornerbacks, um, you know, versus their receivers. We have probably second to third round professional cornerbacks on our team. So Jaheim, I'm sorry, the can't think of his name, but number 15, him and Nudie, those two guys, they will lock you up on the island with little help. So I feel good about us playing against their receivers. We got some big physical cornerbacks. But again, we have to win on first down. We can't give up much, because otherwise they're going to be in a position to where we're not going to be able to stop them, because Jay Daniels can run and pass, almost like KJ Jefferson, but right now he's playing a lot better. The second thing that the defense needs to do is to bring the pressure on third down, but you got to win on first down to do that. You know, we tend to cover with four guys, the two safeties and the two corners, and we have seven guys free. So we need to bring those guys and put pressure on this guy, because if we don't, he's going to pick us apart. So it's going to be interesting to see, how we perform on those early downs so we can get LSU into a pressurized situation. The third thing is that they need to stop the run. Again, it all goes into what I said initially. We have to make them one dimensional. Because they're not running the ball that great. So if you take that away and make them one dimensional, then you probably can tee off and blitz. So you have to stop the run. And we've been doing a good job of that. So it'd be interesting to see if we were able to do it against a more talented team like LSU. And the fourth thing that we have to do on defense is to win the field position advantage. It'd be a great help to our offense if our defense can give us short fields, or our special teams can give us short fields, because our offense is not working good enough to where we can go all the way down the field. So we can get some turnovers or some good returns with Isaiah Satanga, some good defensive stops, the things that we've been doing already. If we can get those things to happen, then that'll be a good thing for the offense, because the offense can operate on the short field, better chance of scoring points. So my last three keys is not just for the team, it's for the coaches. Yes, the coaches. Because I don't think our coaching staff, you know, especially the head coach, I don't think at all times he's confident. You know, he's not decisive like he needs to be. You know, um, his decision making sometimes is inconsistent. Sometimes he wants to go for it, but then he's like, I don't want to go for it, and then he goes for it when he don't need to go. We can't be that way. We have to be confident. He has to be confident, because that confidence will like be embedded into his players. It'll trickle down, and it starts from the top. We have to be concise, decisive, and very confident in this venue to have a chance of winning. And it starts with the coaching staff. The second thing overall is that we have to establish the run on offense. And I know we've been having issues running, but we have to find some way. If we can establish the running game, then we can have big plays unleashed into the passing game by faking the run, drawing the safeties down, and going over the top, because we got some pretty solid receivers too. So establishing the run is premium. We did it a little bit the last game, but we're gonna have to do it for sure. But we got to be creative. We can't be predictable in running the ball. We have to run in unpredictable situations, and then being able to take advantage of those running plays and looking to hit them for a big play after all that. And the last thing that I have is we need to bring the intensity from the start. Like, we don't need to play like we played against Kent State. No, we need to come just like how we started with BYU, but we don't need to let down. but we have to be calm. We have to be intense, but calm. Because when you're too tense, you're too emotional. You can't think. You start to, lose focus, and you make mental mistakes, and you get offsides, and you get late hits, and because when you get jacked up, and I know that we all know when we get emotional, we get jacked up. It's tough. Like, we do things that we don't really want to do. We'd be like, "Did I do that? I'm so sorry. I apologize." Why? Because I was emotional. So we need emotion, but we need controlled emotion. We need to play a smart, clean football game. And if we do that, I can live with the results. I can live with the results. If we play a hard, smart, and clean football game, we're going to be in the game. But so far, I can't say that I've saw that. So hopefully, the Hogs play their best game of the year this week, because it's going to take that type of focus to go into Baton Rouge and come out with a victory. So that's all I have. And again, don't forget to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to us, the Press Box. We want to keep giving you guys this content, and we want you guys to get it fresh and hot off the press. So until the next time, my name is Cee Will. This is the Press Box. And until the next time, be safe.